Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up that screen. Oh, mighty Ilus. They're getting the short attack. I'm not shocked. I actually thought this was going to happen. And sure enough, it has. Has everything to do with the outstanding shares. Let's get into what's going on. All right, as you can see, short volume. It went from 32% up to 70% on the last reading. So that means over half the shares that were traded. Let's see, this was on the 29th, which I believe would have been Friday. I haven't seen Mondays yet, but obviously the shorts saw that outstanding share go up and then went bananas. So that puts a lot of downward pressure on the stock price. That's not, by the way, that's not people actually selling their shares of Ilus. What that is they have rented shares. The shorts have rented shares from people that are holding it long term, and they've paid them a little percentage for those shares. Then they run off and they sell them on the open market with the understanding they must buy them back at some point and give them back to the rightful owner. So when they run off and do that sale, that puts downward pressure on the stock. Then once it drops, they'll come back in and buy it at a lower price. They get to keep the difference, and they hand it back to the rightful owner, basically, is how that works. So they're pushing this stock down. I don't think there's a whole lot of question about it. I don't think it's people panic selling or anything like that. And this is what got them short in the stock. This stock added 53 million shares to the outstanding shares, and Ilus did finally speak to it. I wish they'd have done it ahead of time, but they came out with it the other day. I guess it was yesterday. And here they're speaking to the 53 million shares were added and used to fund growth such as acquisitions, including a $300 million company being added to the Ilus group. Exceptional value for such growth, as will be evident in our Q2 results. So that's pretty huge. Talking about a $300 million company. I guess that's to go along with Quality International, which is another company that's over $100 million. So they're trying to become a billion-dollar company, but you know that takes time and it does take money. So I'm not surprised the outstanding shares went up. I just wish they would have told us ahead of time, because what happens when they go up, the bears and the shorts go crazy, because that gives them ammunition to go after people on social media and try to scare the crap out of shareholders and freak them out. So not only are they trying to manipulate the stock price down by selling it through their shorting, but they're also going on social media and saying, oh, look, see, Nick and JP didn't tell you the truth. They said they weren't going to do that, and so on and so forth. And it just gives them that ammunition that they don't need, but they get it. And one other issue that's hurting Ilus just a little bit is the fact they're missing those 4 companies in their first quarter results. And I'm hoping when they come out with the second quarter results in a couple of weeks, which I would expect middle of August, we'll see that adjusted. But because it looks like the revenue went down because it is missing those 4 companies which are going to be part of ERT, it looks like the revenue's decreasing. And the same thing happened with their net income. Even though it's a very good profit margin, that's 20% on $3 million, it's still, it was working its way up, and now it pulled back a little bit, again, missing those 4 companies. So again, that gives the shorts and the bears something to go, oh, see, their auditing's not right, and blah, blah, blah. So it gives them ammunition that they can use against the bulls and try to scare the investors. And right now we're kind of in a transition with Ilus. So this is a tricky time, and it's a tough market, man. OTC market right now is as rough as it can be and has been for months. So it's really difficult for the OTC companies to really kind of do a whole lot of anything except just kind of hold steady. And as you can see, they have pushed it down. They've not pushed it down to the support of 7.5 cents, but they got it going down, and it's down 5% today. And I'll bet you anything that short volume that's causing a lot of that, but it is pushing it down a little bit. So that's Ilus today in the short attack, and hopefully in the future, the folks at Ilus will go ahead and give everybody a heads up if they're going to have an outstanding share count go up. It would be helpful, and it would help defang the shorts a little bit. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Good gosh. I mean, it's like 4 or 5%. It's not the end of the world by any stretch for OTC, but again, it does give the bears something to talk about. So that's Ilus today, and that's why I think it's down. Like I said, that's my opinion. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Ilus. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.